because I cannot turn this loose. Even with there's no tenton either. Initially I thought I have a tenton washer that's stopping my castle nut from turning free, but it does not look like there is that. It does not look like there is that. It's called a not here. Tenton. You know, where it's a castle nut with these blades sticking up 90 degrees, and then you bend it towards the inside of the castle nut. You know, I carefully examined all the teeth. I see such a tongue sticking out from the inside, from the washer behind this castle nut. You know, um, but this castle nut is not budging, as you can see here. I'm using this tool, which see, it's supposed to turn counterclockwise, so I can turn to here, and then it stopped turning. This castle nut just stopped turning, so it's counterclockwise, but it stopped turning, as you can see. And I cannot even turn back. I mean, I can turn back, but it was like with a lot of force. So I'm not sure what's going on in here. Whether it's this washer behind the castle nut is stopping my castle nut from turning, or what. So I've been pushing and trying to move the washer behind this castle nut to see what's going on. See, the castle nut can turn freely. I mean, the washer behind this castle nut can turn freely. As you can see, I'm trying to spin this washer. You see this washer? It can spin. It can spin. See this? It can spin freely inside of this castle nut, but this castle nut just won't budge. Won't come off. Weird. To turn this castle nut free, to try. If not, I'm gonna apply heat. See that? And then stopped. Can't turn anymore. This castle nut just can't turn anymore. See, it's completely stopped. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna apply heat to this. So this is my torch gun. Just bought it, so I'm trying to use it for the very first time. There we go. think the instruction says I'm supposed to turn this thing counterclockwise to the max and then pull the trigger. Okay, I just removed the thing that would catch fire out of here and clean this area. And this is the Home Depot, the cheapest one, $20 some dollars, with this basic Worthington Industries nozzle and this gassed propane tank, about 14 ounces. It's called Burns-O-Matic, and you can see it's not firing. Oh, need to open this to the max. So this trigger doesn't make sense. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use my lighter to light it. See that? My lighter actually worked. Because the gas was, it's too much gas. So it's blowing. Now, there. Before it was coming out too much gas. So I'm applying the heat to this thing, and I'm gonna apply for 1 minute. Start. Applying heat to this castle nut for 1 minute. Whoa. Okay. We shut it off. Cancel. Clockwise is to shut off the okay, so I just heated the castle nut for almost a minute, and right now I'm just gonna pop this thing. Clockwise is close, so I'm just gonna pop this thing. I need to wait for it to cool before I can unscrew this thing. I'm gonna let it sit here. In the meantime, I'm gonna see if I can turn this thing loose with all that heat applied to this castle nut. Where's my tool? Right here. It's very hot. It still will not budge. Still will not budge. even though I apply so much heat to it. Maybe that's not enough heat. Maybe I need to wait until this thing is cooled down. Yeah, it will not budge. Oh, it's kind of turned. But I'm using all the strengths I can get to try to turn this thing, so maybe I need to heat it a little bit more, because it's not supposed to be like this. With the heat applied, I was able to turn this thing for maybe 3 turns, and it's still stuck in there. So I'm gonna apply more heat. I guess. Gonna try to turn this thing a little bit more before I apply the heat. Okay, my castle knot is locked on the axle. So in big trouble here. I'm trying to apply the heat to the castle knot to try to free this castle knot. So here we go. Okay, there we go. So applying the heat to the castle knot. It does not seem to be budging. And I'll apply PB blaster in a few moments. This is the worst trailer castle knot ever recorded on YouTube video. I mean, I haven't found anybody recorded a video that show the castle knot actually stuck on the axle. You know, so this is the first one. Yeah, so right now it's very hot. I'm just gonna apply some PB blaster. And remember, move your torch away. Otherwise, when you spray, it's gonna catch fire. Alright, so wait a few seconds, come back and heat it up again. As you can see, those residual PB blaster actually caught fire. That's just what happened. So I'm applying heat to this castle knot. Different direction. This is the worst castle knot ever recorded on YouTube video. I mean, we should be able to just turn the knob by hand, the castle knot by hand, and that's, you know, I was never able to get this castle knot free before when I tried to inspect the trailer bearing, and I never had a problem until recently because the grease was leaking out into the wheel well, so I know the inner bearing is bad. So now I'm going to move it away again, spray some PB blaster penetrating oil so it can get in, because it now expanded it, so the penetrating oil can get to the back and you know, work its way into the castle knot thing. So now I'm coming back to apply more heat. So this is my torch gun for the propane gas gun. Okay, so that's enough heat, and we're going to spray some PV penetrating oil, and we're going to remove this heat gun out of sight, out of way. Let it cool a little bit before you point the torch at it. Point the torch fire at it, otherwise the PV penetrating oil is going to be burned away. Defeat the purpose. So now, come back again. So I've done this many times before I started recording, so if you have any idea how to free this castle knot, let me know. Please, thank you. The worst. It's supposed to be a 15 minutes, or actually 3 minutes job to remove this castle knot, but it turned out to be a couple hours work. So far I haven't been able to remove this castle knot. I think the thread in there is probably torn. That's why I wasn't able to remove this castle knot. I didn't use I don't think I used a tool to remove it before, or tighten it rather, but now it's like pretty bad. It's not willing to budge. So I'm gonna shut it off. Well, I'm gonna do it one more time, a couple more rounds before I shut off the gas torch, propane torch. You can see it's sizzling when I spray the PB blaster. Gonna let it work its way, cool off a little bit. There's no tang in the washer behind the castle knot, so I have examined it. I don't think it's that's preventing me from opening this castle knot. Okay, it's pretty stubborn. This castle knot is pretty stubborn, so I'm applying heat here, and also a lot of penetrating oil to try to free this castle knot. If you know how, let me know. Other than what I'm doing, I guess the worst comes to worst, I need to cut it, but I can't even cut it. When I can't remove this wheel thing. Okay, so it's pretty hot now. I'm just gonna shut it off. Shut it off. Give it some PV penetrating oil. Okay. Yeah, it's thundering outside. It's not a big deal, but I think it's getting late. I don't want to work on this anymore because it kind of sucks at this point that this castle knot is not budging and freeing itself out of the trailer axle. Let me use my tool to see if I can release it. Yeah, it's not budging. It's not budging. push the washer to the back. So see, I can push the washer behind the castle nut to the back. I turn maybe 90 degrees, but it won't go anymore. See what's going on. Be tired. Stop. See the washer behind it has some space between castle nut and the castle nut and the washer has some space to it. So I think I'm just gonna continue to apply more heat on this tomorrow, because I think right now, I know it's still a long way to go, but right now at least the front of the castle nut is at the first thread, or the second thread rather. From here it's the first thread, but from here it's second thread. From the right hand side you can see the front of the castle nut is at the second thread. But from the left hand side you can see the top of the left hand side. You can see the front of the castle nut is at the first thread of the axle. So I think I'm I'm making progress here, but it should not be this hard. You should just be able to turn this castle nut by hand. So this is probably, I'm running into, nobody ever ran into the problem that I run into is nobody ever ran into before, or at least ever posted on YouTube video. So this is the first of its kind on YouTube video. Okay, I'm going to continue to work on this tomorrow, but right now I'm not going to bother because it's just very tired. Yeah. See, so much dirty stuff. Of course, unscrew the switch or the nozzle. So the propane will not come out. Will not come out by accident.